Hello and welcome to Math with Dotun. All right, we are still on the simple interest series, and then we are calculating rate in this question. All right, let's look at it together. If 240 naira amount to 300 naira in 4 years, simple interest, at what rate is the investment worked? All right, so 240 naira amount to 300 naira in 4 years simple interest. At what rate is the investment work? All right, so we have the principal, all right, and then the amount. Okay, so we have the principal, which is 240 naira. We have the amount, which is 300 naira. So amount is the interest. Amount is the principal plus the interest. So at the end of the day, you invested this, you got this interest on your investment. The two added together is the amount at the end of the day. All right. So now we have the principal, we have the amount, but we don't have the interest. But since the amount minus the principal will give us the interest, so we just subtract. So the interest is amount minus the principal, since amount is equal to principal plus interest. So if you take away the principal from the final amount we got, that will leave us with the interest. All right, I hope that is well understood. If you remove the principal from the total amount of money you got at the end of your investment, then what is left is the interest. So let's remove. That means we're going to do 300 minus 240. All right, so 300 minus 240, and that means the interest is equals to 60 naira. All right, 60 naira, that's the interest. Remember, we have to calculate the rate. We are asked at what rate is the investment work. All right, and then to calculate our rate, we know that we're going to multiply the interest by 100 and then divide by the remaining two guys. You know there are three: principal, rate, and time. So we divide by the product of the other two guys. That's principal and time. Okay, so we're going to do that. What else do we need? We have the interest now. We have the principal, and then we need the time. So from the question, what's the time? In 4 years. All right, so that's the time. So the time is 4 years. So let's load that into our formula. So we have 100 times the interest now, which is what? 60 naira, all over the principal, which is 240, and then times the time, which is 4. Okay, so let's do our math. Easy peasy, right? So we just take 0 here. So that's divided by 10, divided by 10. So 0 cancel 0. We know 4 can go in 100, right? So 4 goes in, 4 is 1. And then 4 in 100 is 25. Now I also know that 6 can go in 24. So 6 in 6 is 1. And 6 in 24 is 4. All right. So is there anything we can divide again? Nothing. So if you can't go with 6, you can reduce using 2, then you can see 3 and all that. Okay, so we have 25 times 1 left upstairs, and then we have 4 times 1 downstairs, and then we can convert that to fraction of to mixed number or to decimals. All right, so let's take that to mixed number. How many 4s are there in 25? There are 6 of them. All right, and then remaining what? 1. So that will be 6 and a quarter, all right, percent. Okay, and then you could also write that in fraction. A quarter is 0.25, right? So that will be 6.25%. All right, so that's our final answer, 6.25, or 6 number 1 over 4. All right, so let's go over it. we have a question that says if 240 amount to 300 in 4 years simple interest, at what rate of investment do we have that interest? All right, so what we have to do is to first get the interest from the amount and the principal. So since the amount is principal plus interest, if you subtract the principal from the total amount at the end of the day, you have the interest. And that's what we did here. Amount minus principal, 300 minus 240, and we have 60. All right, so that's our interest. And then we also need the principal and the time, which we are given in the question. The principal is 240 and the time is 4 years. So slotting that into our formula, doing our calculation, we got 6 to number 1 over 4, all right, or 6.25%. Like I said, you mustn't follow the same way to do your calculation. But what you're advised not to do is to first multiply everything and then start your division process. It's easier to break it down into bits. You can start with 2. Just make sure that you have a common factor between the guy downstairs and the guy upstairs, and then use that common factor to break them down until there's nothing to break. All right, and then you have your final answer. Okay, you can go over the video again and then let me have your feedback in the comments. Thank you. Bye.